What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Christian Hansen. I'm currently traveling all over Indonesia on my motorcycle from Sabang to Merauke, and in this episode we're going to Mentawai. Mentawai is normally known as a surfer's paradise, but I'm going there for slightly different reasons, because I will be living with a local tribe deep inside the jungle for 6 days, and I have no idea what to expect, but I know that it's going to be an adventure of a lifetime. Alright guys, and once again it's time to get on the road. I've had a great stay here at Pilinga Homestay, and now it's time to head towards Padang. Bye guys! The ride from Kerinci Jambi towards Padang is absolutely incredible, but the distance was great, so I spent the night in a traditional Sumatran house, also called a rumah gadang. But it wasn't until the next morning I realized just how beautiful my surroundings were. With only 123 kilometers to Padang, I got back on the road. Okay guys, so I'm at one of the most famous roads here in Sumatra, because there's always so many accidents here. Can you see how steep it is there? When you come from there and have to go up, it's incredibly steep. So there's so many trucks and even cars that tip over. That's why you see there's a guy here with a camera, guy there with a camera. Basically, everybody who's standing here is waiting for someone to crash, because it happens so often. And if they can make a video about a crash here, put it on YouTube, it can easily get 100,000 views or even millions. Oi, here we go. Excitement arises. Come on, get up there. And let's see how the truck does. Come on. Yeah, he's a pro. You can see he's done that before. So I ended up spending probably 40 minutes with all the guys there. They were just in such a good mood. They're just hanging out, making their videos, hoping that someone will crash. But now I want to get to my hotel. Nice. So I checked into the 4-star luxury hotel called the ZHM Premier. But before going to Mentawai, I just had a few stops to make in between the editing. A quick visit to the radio station RRE, Radio Republic Indonesia, for my first ever live interview.
Lama banget.
Then it was off to one of the most acknowledged and largest universities in Indonesia, Andalas University. Andalas is the ancient name of Sumatra, and here I was asked about my most scary moment on my trip during their English class. And then I'm like, okay, now I speed up and I just go. And then we are good friends. And this is always what happened in Indonesia. I then learned that Hotel Premier was a very popular spot for tourists to stay before going to Mentawai for surfing or for exploring, so I had chosen the right place to be. And, pro tip, before going to Mentawai you must go and get your ticket, preferably the day before, so that's what I did. And the price was 300k for foreigners and 250k for locals. And we were then ready to rock and roll. Good morning guys, it is finally the day to go to Mentawai. It is now 6:20 and in about 10 minutes the boarding will start. There's a lot of people over here by the office, so I've just stepped to the side for a bit because it's very early and I'm really not ready for selfies. I'm so excited for this trip, I cannot wait. So I will be meeting the guide, Wonchi, on the other side, and the trip should take about 3 to 4 hours. Hopefully I won't be seasick this time. I cannot be bothered with being seasick today. Not today. Let's go guys to Mentawai. On board you can sit either on top or below, where there's air conditioning and movies. And I was surprised to see heavily armed policemen there, but they told me that they were just doing a cash escort to the island banks. Alright guys, and we are on our way. Probably 3 hours from here until we get to Siberut. We have to make one stop at a neighboring island and then continue the journey. There's quite a lot of foreigners here on the boat today. There's probably around 10. It's the most foreigner I've seen in months. Yeah, it's quite nice actually. So guys, slight change of plans. They suddenly turned the boat around and apparently one of the engines are broken. Aduh. And we try again. Recognize this place? Yeah. That's because we had a problem again. Back at Padang again. Hopefully they will fix it again. So yeah, pro tip, bring some snacks in case your boat breaks down 3 times in a row. But then only 4 hours later and a quick transit stop at Sabulungan, we had arrived at Muara Siberut. We finally made it to Siberut and it has been a very, very long journey. But now we're here and we're gonna meet with Onchi, who should be waiting for us out here. Put your
head down.
Yeah, head down. I have no idea where he is. Hey bro,
Chris.
good to see you again. Bro, ini panas sekali.
Panas.
Now we're gonna go and get supplies. We're a little bit behind schedule, I think. And guys, for this trip, I'm actually traveling together with 2 other foreigners. This is Mai and Alex from France. They live in Lombok and have been in Indonesia for quite some time. Let's get to it. And I wish I could have brought Turanga here, but it was simply too complicated. So guys, as you can see here, oi, woo, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of rain this afternoon. So now we're going inside the small village here to find a house where we can discuss what we do next. Should we stay here a night? Should we continue today? We'll find out soon. A lot of locals that are very excited to see us. Hello guys! Hello! Hello! Oh! We've made it. Time to figure out what we should do because that doesn't look good. So coming to Matawa is apparently not supposed to be easy because, as you can see, it's raining a lot. And that means that we cannot take the boat up the river because apparently the engine can't handle it. It seems that we will have to stay here for tonight and then tomorrow morning we can continue up into the jungle. Yep. But as we unpacked our things, I came to an unfortunate realization that I didn't exactly feel like sharing on camera until the following morning. So we set up our mosquito nets and tucked in for a noisy night. Good morning guys, it is 7 o'clock here at Siberut Island. I've slept honestly fantastic here in this small huts. We were woken up around 5 o'clock, 4:30 of the dogs barking, so that's a good alarm clock. So there's one big problem with this trip that I haven't realized until last night, and that is I have forgotten one very important thing, the bag with all my clothes. What I'm wearing right now, a pair of shorts and one shirt. That's all I have. Yeah guys, pro tip, if you're going on a 6-day trip, bring clothes for 6 days. This is the most stupid mistake I've made in a long time. Anyway, now it's time to get some breakfast. We're having some homemade pancakes, then we're gonna pack up our stuff and then we're gonna head to the river where we're gonna be sailing up for around 1 hour until we get to the small tribe that we will be visiting these days. So let's get to it. It's gonna be another beautiful day here in Indonesia.
Sampai jumpa. Sampai jumpa.
Guys, the adventure has begun. It's so cool. This is no doubt the smallest boat I've ever sat in. Look how close we are to the water. Aluita! Oi! Oi! Oh, listen how quiet it is here. Well, at least for a while. Honestly, I have been dreaming about adventures like this. Going up a river, on a river boat deep into the jungle. And now I'm doing it. have arrived here at Onchi's father's house, Pa Aman, and it is incredibly hot. It is so humid, and if you're sitting down, standing up, it doesn't matter, you're just pouring sweat. So it's 11 o'clock now, and the plan is that we are gonna have some nasi goreng here for lunch. Our chef is cooking it and Onchi is helping. And then this afternoon we're gonna go out into the jungle and we're gonna find some special trees that they use to make their traditional clothing with. And I think the plan is that Alex and I are gonna wear it. And there's absolutely no signal here. There's no noises besides the birds and the insects. And we just asked Onchi, like, how far is it to the nearest house? And he said, oh, it's quite close. It's like 3 hours. And the reason why there is no houses like near to each other, he says, it's because then they will know if there comes a boar or a deer in this area of Pa Aman's house, that is his animal and that he's free to kill it. Because if the houses are too close, they don't know who owns which boar. Welcome to the jungle, guys. This is how the Mentawai people live. The houses here is different from anything I've ever seen before. Decorated with boar and with monkey skulls, and everything is built with wood, coming free from the nature. The house is very open, with a fire pit in the middle, and here we will also be sleeping on the floor. And as they don't have pictures, they remember the ones who passed by marking their feet on the wall and dots to remember the month. This wall is today showing the prints of Onchi's grandfather and his mother. Onchi's father, the shaman, Pa Aman Bauna, isn't exactly sure of his age, but he thinks he's 51, and Bauna means second, which is the second name any shaman will take if the first wife has passed. Then our captain, Teo Pitri, his son, and Ginjait is then back, so we can all sit down to have lunch together.
Halo guys.
Halo guys.
Apa kabar?
Baik.
Ginjait has lost his father, which was Aman Bauna's older brother, so Ginjait now lives here with his uncle.
Mananam bu? Mananam?
Mana?
Mananam.
Kalau Mentawai siloloinan, namanya siloloinan udang dari sungai. Diambilnya pakai tangguk, with net. Dan makan udang, makan sagu setiap hari. Kalau sagu setiap hari, kalau udang sometime. Tidak setiap hari, seperti like 3 hari sekali, 2 hari sekali. Udang. Kalau hanya sagu, dia tidak ada rasa. So they mix between sagu and maybe fish, maybe shrimp, maybe worms. That is every day Mentawai food.
Free.
Okay.
So as we set out to explore, Ibu Sitak, Aman Bauna's aunt, stays home preparing to craft a handmade wooden backpack. So we are now on our way through the jungle to see if we can find the tree that we need to make the clothes. Because since I didn't bring any clothes, we're just gonna make some. Great idea. Yeah. I went the wrong way again. These places in the jungle, it all looks the same. And a really pro tip, when you come out here and you want to go into the jungle, wear long pants. Because there's a lot of things here that has small, tiny spikes on it. And it is so hot, you have no idea. The Mentawai people, they use pretty much anything they can here from within the forest. They kill the animals, eat the animals. They cut down some of the trees and use that for making small baskets. They use it to make their traditional clothing, eating it, pretty much anything. And they do their best to take care of the forest while doing so.
So who was joking about the monkey style?
This is so cool. And we found the tree with the traditional clothing. The clothes for Chris. Oh, there we go. So the reason why we went this far to find this tree is because we've already found a lot of ones that were bigger, but there's no need to take a big one if we only need a small one. That's basically how they think.
And for dinner they slaughtered 2 chickens for us, but instead of plucking the feathers, they put it straight over the fire. And this makes the taste a bit like the smell of burning feathers. There are no oven, no fancy cooking tools, just the fire, bowls and machetes. It was raw and simple. Another great day in the jungle life, feeling as if I was living in a life from the past.
That morning I got up early, and someone was very happy to see that I was an early bird as well.
Selamat pagi.
The breakfast was the same every day. Banana pancakes with chocolate sauce, and it was delicious.
Mananam.
But even though we had plenty of pancakes, there was still room for some sagu and seafood.
Tele.
Tele.
Mentawai tele. In English, frog. Tastes like chicken. So Mentawai, we don't have time to eat. When you feel hungry, you can eat. No lunch, no dinner, no breakfast. Right now, after eat, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. Even we have food, we can eat again.
It's day 3 now with the same clothes. Sedikit smell of gaja, but I'm sure it'll be worse later on. Anyway, the plan is now that we're gonna go out into the jungle. We're gonna collect some materials they use to make poison for their arrows for when they go hunting.
Kalau dengan poison, monkey, deer, babi hutan. Tapi kalau burung lain namanya.
Uy. There's no one else here but us. This is a true... Oh, that was close. This is a real jungle adventure. Tusenbein. In my language, Tusenbein means 1,000 legs. Oh, it's so big.
Mentawai komechawa.
Komechawa. Ah, so big. You want to go on my back?
No, it's okay.
And this, guys, is why it's a good idea to wear high boots. When Onchi first told me that I had to buy these high boots, I thought, nah, I'll just use my flip-flops. But nah, definitely want to use big boots for this kind of trip.
Ganteng seperti
Kiri.
kamu.
Yeah.
Cuman di hutan 2 kita ambil. Dagi, tuba, sabe di rumah. Baglau di rumah. Nah, sekarang balik kita di rumah.
Okay.
Bikin poison.
Pedas ya, Pak?
Pedas.
So in Bahasa Mentawai, if it's spicy here, normally in Bahasa Indonesia it's called pedas, but here it's called masechet. Learning so many new words. Masechet, spicy. Mananam, enak, delicious. If Alex try, then I have to try as well. But mine is red and black, so I think more spicy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold the gift.
Oh.
That is no doubt the most spicy chili I've ever tasted. Peren.
Pepe.
Pepe.
Peren.
Peren.
Matainu.
Watainu.
Komechararo.
Komechararo.
Taisi cicin.
Taisi cicin.
Mix together, you can try.
Oh yeah. Try the poison, yeah?
After press,
Yeah?
drink.
Oh yeah? And then
This is a poison.
So, Amma just told me that sometimes if there is crazy people, they will dip their finger or their hand in the poison and then hit other people if they want to make a fight. But if they do that in someone else's face, they can die from it.
Kokil ya?
Yeah.
All right, guys. This afternoon we are on our way to the river because we're gonna see how they fish. So right now I'm wearing inside of my pants their traditional clothing. I imagine this is how it feels like for a girl to be wearing a thong up between the butt cheeks, and yeah, in a sense quite comfortable, a little bit tight on the sack, I gotta say that. And in regards to the clothing situation, going rather good, except that I tried to dry the shirt here over the fire, so now it is still wet, but now I smell like bonfire as well. So yeah, part of the journey.
Nih, sino itu? Nah.
Bagus.
Bagus. Bola cicak kuat panak sak teh kuat ni. Amoy, amoy, amoy.
So they like to just chat here while they fish. They're asking each other like, here there's no fish, there's fish. And then they really wanted some cigarettes. So Alex and Mia gave them some cigarettes.
Seeing how happy Bai Bauna and Ibu Sitag are, it makes me wonder if sometimes living a more simple life is the thing that's gonna make us the most happy. Luckily, the river was right next door, because it was time for a shower and laundry again. And I then sat down with Amount Bauna to learn more about the island life through his eyes, as I asked him why he had never moved to a bigger city outside the island.
Tidak bagus di sana, di Jakarta, Padang, beli makanan, semuanya, pergi pipis, 20,000. Tak meru. Kalau di sini tidak ada. Memang kita mau tinggal di sana, Padang, Bukit Tinggi. Tapi 2 hari pun kita, 3 hari, kalau tidak ada ini, bagaimana? Kehidupan kita di sini banyak. Makanan pokok kita di sini banyak. Sagu, ladi, pisang, ubi, apa yang kita cari ada. Kalau kita tinggal di sini, sedikit pun uang kita ya tidak cepat habis. Kalau menurut saya lebih bagus di Mentawai. Turis, guide ya, masuk dapat duit sedikit. Siberut, beli beras, beli gula. Tapi kalau orang tidak datang, itu makanya susah sedikit.
This morning we are taking the boat up to the next tribe. We've already been here for 2 nights now, and we're gonna stay another 2 nights in a more remote tribe. It is very hot this morning. It's been raining all night, so there's mud everywhere. Time to get on the boat.
Even though the rain from last night was gonna make our hike today even more muddy, it was actually to our luck, because without it the river water would have been too low to sail on, and we would have had to walk an additional 3 to 4 hours. As it was day 4 without any signal, I used my satellite GPS to tell my family in Denmark that everything was okay. And 1.5 hours later, we had arrived at something I wasn't expecting to see out here.
And that's it, guys. We started walking from here. Wow, this is no easy path, guys. Holy shit. This is, I think, the closest thing we've seen to a city yet. Look, it's a small city. So cool. Kampung Kulu Kubuk. Kulu Kubuk. Kampung Kulu Kubuk.
Ambu-ambu, goriga, tabat.
Awita.
Ini 25, ini 25. 25. Makai ada?
And for the first time in 4 days, we got Isti dingin.
Ini foto. Nih, foto aku. Dua.
10. 60. Okay. Masura wakata.
Dua bahasa. Maeru.
Aero.
Maeru.
Kiba sosoa.
Kiba sesuatu baholo.
Solo. Chris.
Kiri.
Chris. Tolkor. Ta tolkor.
Toiko.
Tolkor. Chris. Maero. The shaman doesn't live here in this village. He lives inside of the jungle. And when he come here to the village, then he has to wear a shirt. Now he just take it off so we can see his tattoo. Anak tattoo ya? What is it called? Nanti. Yeah. He doesn't speak Bahasa Indonesia. He doesn't speak Indonesian. He only speaks Bahasa Mentawai, the Mentawai language. Umur berapa, Pak?
No.
He says he doesn't know exactly how old he is, but between 50 and 60, yeah? Pak Tolko? Masura Bagata. Sehat selalu. Can you translate?
Meru.
Maero.
Kalau marot teu.
Oh,
Yeah.
ya.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Okay. Siap.
Itu aja guys lagunya Mentawai. Terima kasih.
Oh, Masura Bagata. So now we taking a break. Rokok dulu. Ibu just asked me if European people can also die. Can. Oh guys, there's a new video tonight at 5 o'clock. Bengkulu. By the time you watch this, it'll already be online. But I'm here in the jungle trying to remind you guys to watch the video for tonight.
Where
watch
we
it.
are? Where we are now?
Now?
Yeah.
We're in the jungle, baby.
Yes, baby. Okay.
As Chef and I were a bit in front of the others, he suggested we climb down the slope instead of walking.
This is some steep shit. Pelan-pelan, yeah? Okay. Not this, yeah. Okay. Hold here. Okay. Holy shit. Yeah. Down here. Sudah? Woohoo! We made it. Wow, it's been a long day. Very wet, very tired. My boots are filled with water, and I believe my camera is quite wet by now. I just dropped this one in the river just before, but here we are. Wow. Nice. Wow, that's a big house. And we got plenty of pigs living underneath the house, let's see. And chickens. Wow, it smells like farm. Ah, and we have the river right down there. Oh, that's nice. Time to shower. Hey, ¿qué pasó, Soa?
Matago.
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 Ah.
Aleuita.
Yeah, Aluita.
Aleuita. Nama?
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, amat tople.
Toble.
Amat tople atabay.
Tabai.
Ya,
Saya senang sekali ketemu Anda.
senang.
Yeah, senang.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amantople is also a shaman, like Amanbauna, but of the area Atabay. He tells me he's 70 years old, but Onchi thinks he's more around like 50. And together with his wife Bai Tople, they have 10 children. Mentawai people, they cannot get divorced. It's impossible. And because once they say yes, it's a man's obligation to provide for his wife. And no one from Amantople's family has ever been outside the island, and they don't go to school. The family's currency walks, eats, and sleeps right below us. Because out here, they rarely use cash, but instead they buy things with pigs. Amatople will soon build a new house, as the current one is worn down, and this is gonna set him back around 100 pigs.
So guys, we made it out here to Amatople's house in the middle of the jungle. It has been a crazy hike today, and it is so far deep in the jungle. I've never been this deep in before. Actually, the funny thing is he didn't even know that we were coming, because Unchi couldn't even tell him by like text or email or anything like that. So we just showed up today, and luckily he was happy that we arrived, because it's actually the first time in 3 years he's seen any bullets out here. There hasn't been any tours because of the pandemic. So him and his family are very happy that we're here. So now we have a very nice river here just behind me, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna shower.
Everything was just what I had hoped for. In the evening we all sat down together. Mai shared some pictures from home, and Onji and Aman, they were very happy to see each other again. It was just good times. Good morning, guys. That was the first night here at the small village in the jungle. Got woken up a lot of times during the night because the pigs are literally right below me. And in the morning, the big rooster sits right on that corner and wakes everyone up. Now it's time for some coffee, and then it's time to explore this area and learn a bit more about this tribe and this family. Let's do it.
Maybe it's too glad.
So this morning, guys, we're going out for a bit of a special quest because we're going to be looking for the small worms that they eat here. And we can either choose to eat them alive or to eat them cooked. But I do not know if I have the guts to eat it alive. We'll find out. Still wet, still wet. Hopefully it will dry in the sun, but I doubt it. Mita.
Mita.
It's actually the first time in a very, very long time where I felt this relaxed. Imagine being out in a place where you have zero connection on your phone for almost a full week. I can say that everyone watching this video will check their phone at least 10 times a day. But out here, there's no need to, no reason to. I have to say, I'm a big fan.
But first, Amantople showed us the place where they make the sagu, the dry stick that they eat for breakfast. They chop it from the sago tree, then mix the small pieces with water, which is then dried in the canoe and can then be cooked. It was then time for something I had been dreading a bit: eating worms.
Camera. You want to eat it?
Pick up this one.
Yeah.
No.
C'est bon?
Mm.
Your turn, Chris.
But he took off the head, yeah?
Yeah, you took off the head.
Is it moving?
Chris.
No, not moving.
Okay. Give me 1 second, yeah?
Don't make your pressure go directly like that.
Ay, fuck.
Mananam.
Mananam, yeah?
Mananam. Masulin. Mananam.
Ay, fuck.
You can stop, Chris.
Okay.
Yeah. Go cook him.
Yes. Tastes like pancakes.
Yeah, maybe not.
Was it okay?
Is it okay?
Mananam.
Good job. You know, guys, she made that look really easy. Actually, the reason why I was waiting so much, dragging it out, is because I was doing it for the video, you know? Actually, it was not difficult for me at all. That is one of the single most weirdest experience I've ever had. The most weird part of it for me was that when you take it in your hands, it's still moving, you know? You can feel it in your fingers. And it's all like soft, jelly-ish. You put it in your mouth, you chew it. It has a bit of a heart outside and then all soft on the inside. I just chewed it 3 times and then swallow it. But yeah, kind of sweet taste, but not something I feel like I could do every day.
We then took a small break, where I learned that we weren't the only ones eating sagu. Both the chickens and the pigs eat the sago tree, which we would go and find in the afternoon. And it was also here they charged the kids' handphones, which they use for games. Charged with a motorcycle battery they would later carry back to the port to recharge. And after the worm buffet, I was happy to learn that Amantople is a phenomenal bartender, so he fixed a refreshing drink for us to flush down the taste of worms I still had in my mouth. And for our drink, Amantople provided a live performance as well.
Iya alaka bacho kere yele kepu le shaki na shi chango turi bu shaki yele kuricho tagara kuricho tabele yele Dichole makala dichocha share uele yele bachole mama nang bacho kere yele.
So now Chef Tepa have cooked the worms. Actually, they don't taste that bad. What do you cook it in?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Only put in the fire, yeah.
Only put in the fire, but I'm telling you, it tastes very different. Tastes a little bit like sausage.
Chris.
In the afternoon, we shared stories, and I showed some pictures of my family from Denmark.
Maunus,
Maunus.
papa, mama,
Istri. Koni.
Koni, Alewita, Dada, Elvira, dan Nola.
Yeah. So this afternoon we're out in the jungle again because we wanted to see how it looks like for a sago tree when it's cut down. And basically what they do is this: cut down this big tree, then they chop it up. They will usually have a supply for 3 months after processing the sago, yeah? What they have done here is this tree is so big, so they leave some of it out here. Some of this has gone bad, and basically what we'll do with this is give to the pigs, because the pigs, they love to eat sago. And that's why we're making this fence now in front of the rest of the sago tree, so the pigs will eat the sago at the house and not out here straight from the tree. I asked Ama Tople if I could buy a pig from him, because I thought that's one way to support the village, if I buy it and we eat it together. So right now we're on our way back into the jungle to find a pig. Then Amantople will slaughter it, and then we will all share it together for dinner. A medium-sized pig is gonna cost me 500,000 rupiah, and then they will of course cook it for us. So let's get ready for a feast tonight. It's really with mixed feelings that I'm buying this pig, because it's bringing food for the family and for us tonight. And Aman Tople is happy to sell it, but at the same time it's really weird watching the pig scream like that and seeing the mother right next to it. Of course not happy that we took its baby, but at the same time that is how the world works.
Before slaughtering the pig, Amantople does a ritual where he says thank you and I'm sorry to the pig. The original belief of the Mentawai people is called Arat Sabulungan. It is a belief focused around the balance between nature and humans. Humans should treat the nature and everything in it like they treat themselves. They also believe in the supernatural, like spirits. But it's only the shamans who can still hear and communicate with the family members who have already passed away.
Now all the meat have been cooked, boiled in the water, and now they're separating. It looks like we will be eating pretty much all the parts of the pig. Amantople, mananam.
Mananam.
Let's try that. Banana. Banana.
It's our last day. It's time to go home, and it's going to be a wet day.
Saya senang sekali ketemu Amantople.
Di sini.
Sini.
Ya. Aku si Lewara. Masenang Lewara aku. Masura Bagata.
Simakere. Masura Bagata. You don't give hug here, yeah?
You can hop.
Yeah?
Huh?
Masura Bagata.
Iya.
Okay, time to go.
Saying goodbye to good people is always the hardest part of this journey for me. But on this boat ride back, I'm truly happy and grateful.
So this afternoon, I'm doing something that I've wanted to try for a very long time. Ever since I first saw it on an adventure program on TV. Today I'm getting a old school tattoo with stick, and the ink is made from coconuts. And we then have a small needle, and he's basically just pounding on a stick that moves the needle into the skin.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. So it hurts, yeah, but actually it doesn't hurt as much as getting a regular tattoo with a machine. So, yeah, part of the Mentawai adventure.
Mentawai tattoos are considered the oldest tattoos in the world, predating the Egyptian tattoos that existed in 1300 BC. As Onchi tells me, the tattoos for the Mentawai people are the internal clothes that they will wear even when we die. We clean it with a special plant to avoid infection. And my tattoo is the rattan, the branch they use for almost everything here. The tattoo, or titi as they call it here, will serve as a reminder to me about the importance of balance and simplicity, just like the life in Mentawai.
So guys, as we say here in Mentawai, Simai Sege means good morning. It is the last day here and I really don't want to go home. We've had so many good days here and I'm really gonna miss just waking up, just only being able to hear the animals in the forest, sounds of the forest here, and just watching as the sun rises. It really is something special to come out here, and I hope that some of you, when watching this video, will want to come out here and visit Aman, Amandople, Onchi, Chef, Bai, because they really are special. Bye.
And before saying our goodbyes, I promised Aman to bring him a few things next time I come back.
Spaghetti, kaku, ala, ale, kesini.
Surabakata, Unoni, Ale, Jene.
Gong.
Bakalipogi.
Yeah, Bakalipogi. Yeah. Ini.
Ane pele maeru kalipogi daripada go.
Yeah.
Gong mapenting.
Gong mapenting.
Ya.
Yeah.
Tapi gung gabas semua.
Ta.
Ta.
Gong.
Ya.
And now guys, I think there's only one thing left to say, and that is Koda kasi Mentawai. Come to Mentawai, guys.
Thank you so much for watching this special. I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next episode where I travel to Siberut Island to learn more about the Batak people, the home of the largest volcanic lake in the world.
Chris, Masurabakata, Bakalipogi, Nuoy, Kamintawai. Dan juga Bakalipogi, Noni, teman dari Kadermak. Masurabakata si Makere.